In this lecture, we are going to discuss about how to create a completely constrained geometry of example 3. Also, we are going to see how to remove constraints. Here you can see this is the example 3 drawing for which we are going to create a completely constrained geometry. So, in the last example I have already told you, we will be going step by step. First, we are going to create a boundary, then we are going to create small profiles inside, and we are going to constrain each and every profile independently. Now, here you can see, we will first create a rectangle of 60 into 100. Then we are going to create this step. So first we are going to create the rectangle and completely constrain it. Then we are going to create this step and we are going to completely constrain that. Let us see. Let us create a new file. We'll click on new and we'll create a part. Click on OK. Now let us create a sketch on this plane. Click on sketch and here we will click on sketch view. This is not a symmetric sketch, so we need not keep it in the center. So we will take rectangle tool directly, and for creating rectangle we require 2 points. First point, we will take this origin so that automatically the constraint will be created, or as this is the starting stage, so let us create the rectangle somewhere here. You can see only 2 diagonal points are required for creating a rectangle. Now for constraining that, let us first press on the escape key to exit from the command. For constraining this, what we want is, we want this point on this origin. So for that, we will create a constraint called coincidence. Click on coincident and select this point, and we will select this vertical axis. Again, this point we will position on this horizontal axis, and you can see the vertex of the rectangle has been coincided with the origin of this coordinate system. Now let us give the dimensions. This dimension we have been given as 60. Enter. And this dimension we have been given as 100. Now we'll select this and lock this dimension. Again select this and lock. Now let us go for the other profile, which is the step portion. Let us see the drawing. Here we are going to create this step, which are 3 steps. After creating the steps, we are going to give the dimensions. This horizontal dimension is 25 and vertical dimension is 15. Let us check it out. Let us create it. First let us create a rough sketch. We'll take line and we'll select a point on this line, create a vertical line, another horizontal line. You can see we are able to create equal constraint between these two, which actually we require, but I'm not going to do it now because you are new to Creo, so prevent it, otherwise you will unnecessary conflicting constraints dialog boxes and you have to solve them. Instead of that, we can give all the constraints ourselves. I'll click here and I will click here, here and somewhere here, which is on this vertical line. Now let us give the dimensions. This dimension is 25. Select this and immediately we will go for locking. Again double click on this and this dimension is 15. Select this and lock it. Now let us go for equal constraint. Click on equal constraint between this line and this line. Again this line. So all these three lines are equal. This segment we cannot make it equal with this segment because there is no segment here. This is the entire line. So let us give, maybe to this segment we'll give a value. So let us go for dimensioning. We'll select this line and we'll give a value to this 25. Select this. Press on the escape key to exit from the command. Select this 25 and lock it. Again, we will take equal constraint. This is equal to this. And the complete figure has been constrained. Now, if you see here, this is the vertical constraint. Now if you see, of course dimensional constraint you can just select and delete. If you see here, this is horizontal constraint. This is vertical constraint. This is equal length constraint. And here, point on entity constraint, which has been automatically given while snapping. And if you want, you can delete any of these constraint. You just have to go for selecting the constraint. If you select here, the constraint is getting selected. Simply go for delete key on the keyboard. You can see the constraint has been deleted and now the dimension is free. So if you want this constraint again, then you can go for vertical. You can select this vertical icon and select this line. Again that vertical constraint has been given. So any constraint if you want to delete, you can just select it and delete. And you can see we have generated a completely constrained sketch of example 3. In the next video, we are going to see example 4.